it's Tara, and it's time for Sunday Reads. So this week I finished 2 books. I finished Odd John by Olaf Stapledon and Karen Memory by Elizabeth Bear. Karen Memory I was buddy reading with Paul from Common Touch of Fantasy and Rachel from Colonnati, and it was a really nice experience. We had a lot of conversations about parts we liked and didn't like and what worked and didn't work, and as I mentioned last week, Paul being the only man was really interesting, and this being his first foray into steampunk, he brought up some interesting questions about the genre and things like that, so that was a lot of fun. The book itself was good, but it wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. I gave it 3 stars because the beginning was really good. The characters were great. I loved the relationships between the characters, but the ending was ridiculous, not cool. So it was alright. It was a typical happy ending, which is good. I mean, if you like your stories to end on a happy note, this one definitely does. But yeah, I really enjoyed the narrator voice and that she was looking back, and I enjoyed the dialect and things like that. So if you like steampunk, or more if you like Wild West sort of novels, then you probably would enjoy this, and I would recommend it. The other book was Odd John by Olaf Stapledon, which is a 1935 science fiction classic, and it was interesting. It's like traditional classic science fiction, which is more about ideas than necessarily about action, and it explored the idea of superhumans, or they call them supernormals, or homo superior in the book. And it raised a lot of questions of morals and your obligations toward people who are of a lower, not value, but order than you are, I guess. It's Odd John himself compared it to Homo sapiens and primates, and that sort of comparison sort of automatically set me on the defensive when I was reading, and some of the moral choices he makes and the criticisms he has of humans and how they function and think was a little bit not offensive. Well, yeah, offensive, I guess. But it had some interesting ideas, and I really enjoyed the read. It was not difficult to read, it just gave me a lot to think about. So I would recommend that one if you're interested in classic science fiction and philosophy, I guess. So yeah, this week I will be reading, what will I be reading? I just told you.
The Darkest Road.
That's right. I will be reading The Darkest Road by Guy Gavriel Kay. I started it, and but I'm only 5% into it, but I'm looking forward to finishing the series, which I am doing for the seasonal book club.
Seasonal series club.
Thank you. The seasonal series club. And the deadline was yesterday, but I'm still reading, and the next books we're going to be reading are the Xenogenesis series by Octavia Butler, but I'm not going to start the first one for a couple weeks probably. But I am excited. But yes, Darkest Road, finish that. And I will also be reading Osamu Dazai's The Setting Sun, which is bound to be very bleak and depressing, but I'm looking forward to reading a classic Japanese piece of fiction, and I'll let you know how that goes. So, no tea because we're gonna go shopping because we're hungry.
Shopping!
Yay, shopping! And yeah, that's it. You'll see tomorrow. Come on in. Yay! Hello! Sabrina's staying the weekend with me. Yay! So we have filmed a couple of videos that we will be posting tomorrow night, Monday night, Japan time, which will be Monday morning
Eastern time.
So
really early Monday morning for Western
yes.
United States time.
That's right. So you can look forward to that, and I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend, and that you get all the reading done that you would like to get done, and I will see you later this week with a video from us. I'm doing Burn, Rewrite, Reread, and on Sabrina's channel we'll be doing a Would You Rather version 2.0.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, until next time.
Bye!